Merry Christmas. If you eat 10 of these, for every cookie that you eat this Christmas, it won't make any difference. One of the most powerful things you can do to get your kids to repeat a behavior is to laugh at it. I was at a concert the other night, watching a little kid with her older siblings. The worst behaved kid. But the older siblings and the dad thought it was funny. This little toddler was jumping on her brother, punching him in the saying horrible things, and they couldn't have thought it was funnier. I'll tell you, it won't be funny when she's 9 and she won't stop talking back or do what she's told. So this is my plea as a principal. Please, please, the thing you laugh at is the thing you will get. These are good. There's a few things that I want to talk about that if you let them into your parenting and into your family life, I have seen them take hold of and really send sideways kids' lives. The first one is quitting. You know, just a little bit of quitting. Sometimes you see it as like being late for school a lot, or you know, quitting the music production because you don't like music or something like that. Once they start quitting, it is hard to stop. And what you see is they begin to want to quit everything. It's like they get a taste for it. You know, like when the dog chases the chickens. Yeah, quitting is like that. What you're trying to do is build a kid who's resilient, who can overcome difficulties, like sports teams they don't want to be on or whatever, and they can solve problems. But what I've seen is parents who think it's cute or funny when their little kid gets angry or says horrible things. And I remember being a middle schooler, I thought it was funny to get toddlers to cuss, but when the parents are laughing or giggling or holding their breath, think, oh, the kid won't notice that I'm doing this. They'll notice, man. They notice, oh my gosh, and they crave it like a drug. And literally, it's like a drug, that kind of attention. Those kids don't learn how to control their emotions. And so when they start that pattern of using their anger for attention and for power, oh my gosh, like, it makes them so weak because they're completely enslaved to their anger and they can't control themselves. And they become powerless. It's not good. As I often like to do, the last thing I want to talk about is the most important. And that's dealing with middle schoolers and high schoolers around depression, anxiety, and suicide. The amount of this that's increased in the last 10 years has been remarkable. I was just hearing about it today on the radio, of how much the numbers have gone up. And people have said, well, teenage life is so much harder, it's so much more complicated for kids today. But what this study was showing, and what I truly believe, is it's not harder. Kids are working fewer jobs, have more free time, and they're spending more of it online. And that's the danger, especially around having a phone in your pocket that can access all the social media. There's more and more evidence showing a link between how many hours a day the kid spends on a smartphone and the risk factors for suicide. So I want to encourage you to think ahead. Think ahead about what your kids got and learn to say no. Say no to the bad behavior now so that they can grow up to be in control of their lives. And for the love of God, don't give them smartphones when they're in middle school. Don't. Please don't give them smartphones when they're in middle school. My name is Luke. This is Parent Academy. I want to say Merry Christmas. Thanks for listening. I hope it helps.